Hey, it's Barron Cruz from Charisma Matrix. Today I want to talk about high status behaviors. What are these behaviors that when people see, they naturally feel like the person has high status? They're very telling and they're very powerful because very rarely will you see someone who doesn't have high status exhibit a high status behavior because subconsciously it flies in the face of where they see their social value is. What high status behaviors all have in common is they show a level of entitlement and they show that the person exhibiting these behaviors feels like they have high enough status to do so, which is why it feels so awkward for people who don't feel like they have the high status to do this. Now, I want you to think about all these things you see when you see them out in public or in your own life. And you get that feeling of the person that they have high status. Think about what they're doing. And typically, they're doing one of two things. They're exhibiting behavior that makes other people think that what they think or project is important, or they're bucking social pressure, meaning they're feeling no social pressure while they are actually experiencing a lot of it. So for an example, my Starbucks example, you go up there, you're talking kind of loud and now everyone's kind of looking at you and you're just still talking to the barista in the same tone of voice, completely unfazed, where most people would feel that social pressure and lower their voice or cripple their body language, right? You're exactly the same, completely unfazed. That's always a high status behavior. But one thing I want you to do, just to kind of get the ball rolling, what if you're not an outgoing person? What if you really don't feel like you have real high status and you're around a bunch of people who are important to you? Well, a great way to do this is to give a compliment to the waiter. So let's say you're out for dinner with a group and you're in Texas and you guys all are eating dinner. Well, on the way out, in an earshot of everyone else, if you're close enough to the kitchen, say, hey, tell the waiter that salmon was just perfect. It was cooked, moist, it was great. Really appreciate that, okay? They're gonna hear that. They're not gonna think much of it except for it's a high status, high value behavior. So they're gonna assign more value to you. If that's not possible and you're in a fancy restaurant, the kitchen is out of view, just tell the waiter in front of everyone at the end of paying, say, hey, thank you. Would you mind telling the waiter that salmon was just cooked perfect? It was really great, right? That's gonna come across as very high status and the people you're with are naturally gonna think and assign high status attributes to you. It's that easy. What are you doing? Let's deconstruct what you're doing. Well, you're first of all taking the time to tell the chef. So your opinion is important enough to take the chef's time, and you're projecting that you think the chef will actually feel good and appreciate that, meaning the compliment came from someone of high value. So really what you're saying is, hey guys, hold on for a second. I've got no problem talking in front of you. I'm gonna compliment the chef who's gonna feel great. It's gonna make their day that someone with my kind of value took the time to appreciate and thought what they did was good. You're saying all that just by saying, hey man, would you mind telling the chef that salmon was just cooked perfectly, really, really good? You're really saying all that other stuff, which is great, but you can't say that to them, can you? You just met them. You want them to think you're high value. You can't say, hey guys, I think I'm pretty high status. I'm gonna tell the chef something and then he's gonna think that his day's going well. He's really doing some cool stuff because cool guy me took the time to compliment him. You guys all cool with that? Right? You're not gonna say that. You can't say that. You look like a cocky, arrogant person. But what you're gonna show is, what you're gonna communicate is all of that, but in a very smooth, casual way, but it's gonna express all of that non-verbally through sub-communication. So try it out. Tell the chef you thought it was great in front of other people, and they're gonna start to assign higher status attributes to you. It's just a great first step. I hate ambiguous comments and suggestions about charisma and social ability. So do these small things. You can go to a restaurant with a group of people that you want to impress, that their opinion of you is important, and you can compliment the chef in front of them, right? That's what you can do. That's the step-by-step way to do it. Not, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna exhibit some confidence and you're gonna feel really good and radiate. No, no, no. This is what you're gonna do. I'm a huge fan of providing exact steps. Here's how you do it, because there's really no one out there right now that's talking about that. So get this going, take this small step, shoot me an email, let me know how you feel about it. And I'm gonna continue to come with lessons about high status behaviors, high value behaviors. But what I want you to do is notice in your everyday life, when you see people exhibit these behaviors, notice why and embody them into your own, try them out, and eventually you'll have a whole nice arsenal. So when it is important for you to come across well around other people, you have all these different things you can do that communicate what you want to them in a very subtle, smooth way.